The Final Rescue. Tommy and Aplixa had rescued their friends from a Quishore prison cell.
Tommy and Aplixa had rescued their friends from a Quishore prison cell
on the planet Borth. But Tommy and his friends couldn't go back to Earth yet. Another rescue had to be made. The evil Osnox had captured 6 RK-class robots. If Osnox had the combined power of the 8 surviving RK robots, he could control the universe. The only 2 RK robots that Osnox didn't have were RK5 and RK9. These 2 robots were with Tommy. They were going to help him rescue the captured robots. It was going to be a difficult rescue. Osnox had the 6 robots imprisoned in his Quishore base. Quishore is like glass, but it is much stronger. Nothing can break it. Tommy and his friends were hiding in the forest, looking at the captured robots. "How can we get them out of there?" asked Sam. "We can't lift this Quishore bubble. This one is much too big and heavy," explained Aplixa. "If we could get under the floor of the bubble, then RK5 and RK9 could transport one of us inside. The floor is the weakest part," said Aplixa. "I think I know a way we can do it," said Tommy. "But once we get them out, what do we do then?" "I will take the RK robots back to Gendros, where they will be safe," replied Aplixa. "Are you going to take RK5 back with you?" asked Tommy sadly. "Yes, RK5 has to go back to Gendros with the other robots. It will be safer for him there. It was a mistake that he stayed on Earth for so long," answered Aplixa. "Now, what's this plan of yours?" she asked. Everyone circled around Tommy as he explained his plan from beginning to end. "Okay, Taffy, go and dig," said Tommy when all the guards were on the opposite side of the bubble. Taffy ran to the edge of the Quishore cell and began digging. Taffy soon disappeared into the tunnel he was digging. Bongo then ran to the tunnel and helped make it bigger. When the tunnel looked big enough, Tommy ran to the entrance. He made sure that RK5 and RK9 were safely in his pocket before crawling into the tunnel. Taffy and Bongo, both very muddy, ran back to the children in the forest. It seemed as if they waited for hours before they saw Tommy appear in the bubble. It was really only minutes. Tommy was just about to put the RK robots in a backpack when he heard a noise. It was the evil Osnox. Tommy just had time to hide behind a table before Osnox saw him. Osnox had a big red bag. He walked toward the robots. They were imprisoned in their own Quishore cells. Osnox put the robots in his bag. "Oh no," thought Tommy. "I'm too late.
too late.
He's leaving, and he's taking the robots with him. The children outside could see what was happening. Lucy decided to do something. She ran toward the bubble, screaming as loudly as she could. When Osnox saw the girl running toward the bubble, he dropped the bag. He ran toward the back of the bubble, where his guards were standing. Tommy quickly ran from behind the table and grabbed the bag containing the robots. He then had RK5 and RK9 transport him into the tunnel. Lucy helped Tommy get out of the tunnel with the bag of robots. Then they ran as fast as they could toward their friends in the forest. Aplixa took the red bag from Tommy. She told all the friends to follow her. They looked behind to see if Osnox and his guards were chasing them. "Don't worry about them," said Aplixa. "They can't transport themselves out of the bubble without the power of the RK robots." Aplixa led everyone out of the forest. They came to stone stairs that disappeared into the clouds. "We must climb to the top of these stairs," said Aplixa. They climbed and climbed. It took forever to reach the top. At the top was a huge door. Andy pushed on the door, and it opened with a creak. They found themselves on the top of a very tall tower. It was like a pyramid, but circular. They looked around and saw that there were many similar towers everywhere. There were also reverse towers, which led deep underground. Aplixa pointed to one of the pits and said, "I must go down there with my assistant and all the RK robots. That's where my spacecraft is waiting." "Do you mean that RK5 really cannot come with us?" asked Kim. "RK5 will transport all you children and your pet back to Earth. You must now say farewell to the little robot. He has to go back to Gendros where he will be safe," said Aplixa. All the children looked very sad. They said goodbye to RK5. Tommy began to ask Aplixa to please let RK5 go with them. But before Tommy could finish his sentence, there was a flash of blue light and a cloud of yellow smoke. When the smoke cleared, the children found themselves back on the big blue bench in the park. No one said a word for the first few minutes. RK5 was no longer with them. "What are we going to do without RK5?" asked Andy. "Life is certainly going to be different," said Tommy, "and much more boring."